Why me? She complained countless times to Deep, a gentle, gigantic diplodocus who was her best friend. Deep was so tall that he had to look through a pair of binoculars to see his little friend Sally Saltopus clearly. Why me? Why should I be so tiny, so nano? Why? Cano? Everything around me is so oversized that I feel like a louse in a giant's hair, like a mole in a mammoth's lair, wrapped. Oh, why is life so unfair? Deep would gently tell her that life always seems unfair for those who think it is so. He tried to sell Sally the idea that size does matter, but in some cases, being tiny and trim is better than being big and bloated. Look at me, he said. Look at my make. Can you imagine the kind of backache that I have from lugging this bulging bulk? Can you imagine the effort I have to make just to bend down to drink water from this tree? And all the juicy grass on the ground. Dear Sally, sis, I have to entirely miss, cause there's no way I can reach it. Sometimes, I wish I was small and compact like you. Really, I do. They were entering through the school gates talking like this. Sally was beginning to feel a little bit better. Yeah, just a little bit. But at just that moment, the terrible two of her class, Raja and Rex, the former a dino from India and the latter the son of the terrifying T-Rex, piped up together. Can you think of anything worse than being a silly, salty purse on her two little legs, those skinny, tiny pegs she bends and begs, night and day for higher height? Oh, what a bally curse it is to be silly, salty purse. Two little arms, soft as little farms. Shut up! Her name is Sally Saltopus, not silly. Whatever you call her, you brutes, for once. Gentle Deep's eyes shone with little real anger. Say sorry to Sally. Oh. Raja and Rex just roared with laughter. The Raja pointed to the razor-sharp, meat-eating teeth inside his maw and said, "Seesaw, hee-haw." That's how silly he was. The situation could have got really ugly if Peter Petrodon, their teacher, had not swooped by at that very moment, screeching, "The last one into class will fill flowers in the vase." As they trooped in hurriedly, Sally heard Tex whispering something like, "Saved by Peter? We'll get you later." The day dragged on. Sally dreamed that she was as tall as Deep. Deep made funny faces to try and cheer her up. Raja got punished for not trimming his nails and had to wear claw catchers for the rest of the day. Tex growled and bubbled, bullied and troubled the class whenever the teacher was not looking. At last the gong struck and it was time to go home. Walking back, Deep made his steps go as snug and slow as he could. Still, Sally had to scamper to keep up. He crawled, she cantered. But as always, their friendship kept perfect pace. Crawl, careen, shuffle, huff. Crawl, shuffle, careen, huff. Moving in this fashion, Deep and Sally rounded on Cave Hill, so named because it was dotted with caves of all sizes, some of which tended to cave in without warning. "Hey, what's that crowd doing out there?" asked Sally. "Oh, no, I see Raja and Tex there. Are they waiting for us?" But the crowd had its back to them, and all the dinosaurs there were staring at the opening at one of the caves. Tex was shouting, "Hex! Hex! Are you alright, sis?" A thin, reedy voice, a baby voice really, came from inside the cave. "Help! My leg hurts! Help! Ouch!" Hex, the explorer, or Heth, the explorer, as she called herself, was always poking and nosing around everywhere, toddling and tumbling, rolling and bowling along like a bubble of mischief. Everybody loved her and her silly, goofy smile. But her elder brother, Tex, just adored her. Unfortunately, today, her explorations had taken her inside one of the caves. In the darkness, she had stumbled and fallen and injured her leg. Tex was pouring out this news to anyone who would listen. And the opening of the cave was so small for anybody to get inside and save her. Oh God, how? Raja added, waving his claw catchers. Small? Wondered Sally as she moved in between the feet of the crowd to reach the front. It may be small for these soaring dinosaurs, but for a skitter like me, I can move inside without any difficulty. But it looks so scary and dark. As she hesitated, a call for help came from inside the cave once again. "Help!" shouted Hef. Sally found herself moving, crossing the entrance of her fears. As her eyes adjusted to the lack of light, she found that she was inside a hollow with an uneven, rough floor. There were rocks of different sizes strewn around. Hex must have stumbled and hurt herself on one of them. But there was no little sign of her anywhere. Then one of the rounded, mounded shapes moved. "Sally, tame me! I'm here!" And suddenly Sally was face to face with Hex, the little T-Rex. Her leg twisted and swollen. She would have to be carried out. But how? Though Hex was still a tot, she was already twice the size of the tiny Saltopus. There was no way Sally could have carried her. So she thought and thought, and then went back to the opening of the cave. "Hey Tex," she called. "Your sister has injured her leg. I cannot move her. But if you sit with your back to the cave and let your tail inside, I can ask Hex to catch it in her mouth and then you can pull her out." There was a commotion outside, the sound of movement, and a huge scaly tail slithered inside. Sally caught the end of the tail and took it to Hex, who took a firm grip of it with her teeth. "Now pull," she said to Rex. "Yes, that's it. Wait. Hang on. Yeah, now it's caught between two rocks. Wait. Here, let me pull it. Yeah, now. That's better. Go." In that manner, slowly and carefully, Het, the explorer, was pulled out of the cave. Her leg was examined, and it turned out to be no more than a bad sprain. "Thali saved me! 3 tears for Thali!" shouted the cheerful explorer, Hex. There was a loud load of cheering and shouting and congratulating. Sally found herself being lifted and carried high by Tex in a victory procession. For once, Sally was taller than the tallest dinosaur in her class. And she thought, so that's what Earth looks like from high up there. The trees look like shrubs, and the shrubs, they look like grass. And I can hardly make out the blades of grass at all. Ooh, it's so high that I feel quite giddy. Then she spoke aloud. "Ahoy! I say, hey, please put me down. I feel like an airy fairy up here. That may be good for some, but I don't like it." And after that, Sally was never again sorry of being small.